I feel like this episode is really special because it's number 10, but also because it was like legit overwhelming to decide what to talk about today. Hello friends, happy Monday. So very excited that you're here. As I shared, it is episode 10 of this manga news series and I'm very excited. I am very grateful that everybody really enjoys this video series and being able to just like squeal, fangirl, and just be excited for all of the new things that are coming out. I really feel like today's episode should be called anime news because I have at least 5 related anime kind of news. So I tried organizing it in the best way, but because this was like the first thing I had bookmarked, we're starting off with HAIKYU this week. We're starting off with HAIKYU. I have a few related HAIKYU things, so I just put them all together in this first part of this video. So going ahead and starting off, finally there is news in Japan that HAIKYU, the Dumpster Battle, it is coming out in DVD, Blu-ray, October 30th. Only in Japan, though it does come with English subtitles, so it's really exciting. The reason I feel like this was such great news because that means it's that much closer to coming out in English. I was only able to see the movie one time in theaters, so I am like desperate to see it again. I guess this time though in the confines of my own home, which is plenty fine, but I'm so excited. And if you're interested in pre-ordering the DVD/Blu-ray, I will say there's like 3 different places that you can order from. I don't know how about proxy shipping, just as an FYI, but one of them is Toho Animation, and they have, if you pre-order like exclusively with them, you're gonna get I think it's a poster and acrylic stand of Kuro and Kenma. Another website, I don't know what this is, but you know those like little boards that you can get, they usually have like the gold foil like on the outside of it. This specific website here, and don't worry, I'll leave all the links down below, they are doing a special one of the kid versions of Kenma and Kuro. And then the last one that I saw is for a Japanese bookstore. If you pre-order from them, you get a movie poster of Hana and Kenma. So you have lots of options. We have lots of options. I don't plan to pre-order this. I was gonna wait for it to officially come out in English and then I was going to, you know, grab it then. But I'm so excited and it was very tempting to want to pre-order like one of these to get the extra bonus goodies. And that wasn't the only exciting news. There's gonna be more Nendos that are coming out. There's gonna be a Karasuna surprise Nendoroid set, and then there's also gonna be one of the Nekoma, and then there's like one that's like a Nendo plus. I don't even know what that means, but it's gonna be of Hinata, Kagima, Kenma, Kuro, and their rubber mascots, and that is the one that I want. That is the one. Hinata looks so incredibly adorable. I mean, I love all of these new Nendos that they have, but Hinata has my heart here, and that is the one that I really want because I feel like he just looks so incredibly cute and very, very adorable. And if that was not also, like, I think it was this morning I saw the news about the Nendos. Yesterday I saw the news about the DVDs. And then this morning I saw that volume 44, the colorized edition of the Japanese volume, is officially up for ordering. That I know of, these are digital only. The final volume is gonna be releasing next month, and I would just highly recommend, even if you can't read Japanese, go check out these colorized previews that they, or like the previews they show of these colorized versions. It is beautiful. It is stunning. They had this gorgeous colorized moment of Kita, and I'll just share it here. I won't share the bottom, but I love it when he's standing in the rice field. One of my favorite moments in that volume specifically, and I absolutely love it. If you are a HAIKYU fan, please go check it out. You don't even have to buy anything. You can go to the link that is in the tweet link that I have down below, and you can go see the previews for every single volume of HAIKYU except for 45, since you know that one's coming out next month. I love these colorized versions so much. It's so beautiful, so vibrant, and I'm just like, it brings the world, the characters of HAIKYU to life in such an incredibly special way. Now we'll talk about the anime news that I want to talk about. Like, again, we have like 4 or 5 different things that did not include about the HAIKYU Japanese Blu-ray that is releasing. So the first one that I saw was there's going to be an anime. It is called Betrothed to My Sister's Ex. I heard that the light novel for this, which is not published in English right now, but it's the same artist that did the light novel art, I'm the Villainess, so I'm taming the final boss. This sounds pretty brutal though, because I feel like there was some Raggedy Ann vibes. They were talking about the heroine here. Something happens and this guy guy who has been, I guess, pretty horrible. He sees our heroine, falls in love with her instantly. Some kind of misunderstanding happens, and suddenly he's engaged to her sister. Our main girl here is treated like crap. Yes, it's one of those. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, Lord help me, because I cannot stand seeing our very sweet heroines treated so bad. She's been treated as a servant. I hope that it has a very beautiful and satisfying ending. I don't know if this is completed, but I am very curious about it because it just seemed very beautiful, very interesting, and I really hope it does not break my heart. And I've already mentioned that is a shoujo anime. The next one I'm talking about is also a shoujo anime, and that's I'll Become a Villainess Who Goes Down in History. Now, we did get this physically licensed in English from Yen Press. I believe it comes out the same month as the anime, which is in October. They have a new PV that is up. I don't know if I can leave it linked in the corner because I don't know if it's on YouTube, but if it is, I'll definitely leave it linked there now. If not, the link will be down below. But I am really excited. It looks really good. I follow someone on Instagram who actually went to Otakon where they were doing a special premiere screening. She said it was great. She said it was amazing. I was like, okay, I'm seated. I am ready. I'm a Villainous isekai. Hello. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I love all the Villainous manga manhwa that we are getting. It is so very wonderful, and this is a manga that I already have on my pre-order list of ones to check out because it sounds right up my alley, and this anime does as well. Now, this was not new news per se, in that we already knew we were getting a Nina the Starry Bride anime, but what is new is that we have a new trailer that dropped, and it looks really, really good. I was not sold on Set. I know it's a really unpopular opinion among my friends, but I was not sold on him, so I have actually not read past volume 3 of the manga. I read it on K-Manga, I believe it was, though I have read volume 1 physically, but I read past that digitally. But it looks very, very good. I felt it was very beautiful and very vibrant. I saw some mixed reactions on Twitter, but I sort of want to try it. I'm like, maybe they do things differently with Set, and so it won't be quite as upsetting, because that was honestly why I had stopped, because I'm like, I'm very hardcore Team Azor, and typically I don't really follow the VAs and whatnot, but I was really excited because when I was listening to the trailer, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like, this guy sounds so familiar. I was like, I gotta go look it up. Azor, no less. He is the same VA as Leona in Twisted Wonderland, but also Noah in Why Raylena Was at the Duke's Mansion. He is going to be doing the voice of Azor, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm really excited. I love his voice. It's so good. And not only that, if that was like not like part of the icing on the cake, so to speak, for me, but the VA of Set is the same VA as Idie in Twisted Wonderland, one of my favorite best boys in the game, and also Tizuki from HAIKYU. And I was like, dude, I was like, we have all of these great VAs. I don't remember who the VA is of Nina though, and I feel really bad, but I was like, I sort of just want to watch it and just hear them speak. Like, that is enough for me. Very intrigued by this, and I'm like, maybe this will help me get back into the manga. Usually I'm manga first, then anime, but hey, you never know with this one. And if that was not all, the big news. I feel like this is like the biggest shoujo anime news this week. Honey Lemon Soda, y'all. Honey Lemon Soda, we got a new poster. Oh, Uka looks so beautiful. The whole cast does. And we got a new PV trailer. Beautiful, stunning. I'm very, very excited. It's coming out in January of next year, and it looks good. It looks good. Sorry, I had to say that twice because I feel like there's just so much love and care that went into this. I'm very, very excited for just to watch it. I'm like, this seems like it's going to bring the manga to life, and I've deeply, deeply loved the manga very, very much. It's been a delight every time. I've gotten teary-eyed every time. I'm so inspired by Uka, so this was such huge news. I mean, we knew that Honey Lemon Soda was coming, but to actually see the animation, how beautiful it looked, how the characters look, and everything with it, 10 out of 10. Very, very excited. I'm like, I will not accept any hate on this. I will not accept any hate because Uka deserves nothing but the best, and I feel like she's getting nothing but the best kind of treatment here when it comes to the animation. Not to be outdone, I am very excited about this. So there was recently a leak. I think I saw it on, we'll say like Thursday or Wednesday, and I was like, okay, it is time for me to go ahead and buy the manga. Like, I looked online, saw it was on sales, like boom, we are getting it. The next day, I see the official news that Secrets of the Silent Witch, which I have the manga, is getting an anime adaptation. It's interesting because I feel like a lot of people are really upset online because I believe I saw somewhere that this is one of the most highly anticipated anime that's coming out from Japan, because like the light novel has like over 100 million views or something like that. Huge numbers. And so it's a big deal. It's a big deal. But in the US, I feel like this series is woefully underrated. Before the anime came out and before people were saying, hey, I've read the manga, I really loved it, or I read the light light novel. I literally only knew one person who has read this manga. I don't know anybody else. I hardly ever see it mentioned. So it's really been cool seeing fans of the series come out and be like, whoa, this is really, really good. I have not started this yet as of filming this video because I saw that volume 2 was out. It was also on sale, so I went ahead and got both volumes 1 and 2 of the anime, or excuse me, the manga, excuse me. And I'm very, very excited. I don't believe, no, we do have, I think, like a movie poster of sorts here promoting it. Very excited. I thought originally this was a shoujo manga, but I found out, thanks to a friend on Twitter, her name is Violet, that this is actually a josei, and I was so overjoyed because I was like, my josei manga is lacking. I mean, you guys saw, or if you haven't seen my manga collection video that I filmed a few weeks ago, josei is at the bottom. It needs a lot of work. So I was like, yes, I will take another josei. I have read the preview of this and I have skimmed through it. There's a girl who's trying to be a villainess, and I was like, girl, I'm sold on you right now. Like, you seem so much fun. So I'm very excited. I really hope I enjoy this. I do plan to do a like first impression kind of video because I feel like it's just woefully underrated. And I know me, if I love it, I'm gonna want people to know about it. So please stay tuned for that. I really feel like I'm going to enjoy this, and just really excited that we are getting the anime because I feel like a lot of heart and a lot of work is also going to go into this. I mean, obviously with all the anime I mentioned today, a lot of heart's going into it, but I feel like with this being so iconic and well loved in Japan, it's going to have that extra layer. Do you know what I mean? But there's no release date as of yet of when this is going to be airing, but we can know that it's coming and hopefully here soon. My own personal thoughts will be coming soon. I said that twice by accident in my excitement of what I think about this manga. Very, very excited. Now, if you are like, okay, I'm loving that all this modern shoujo's coming out, like this is all great news, but you know, I sort of want something classic and older series. Well, I found out by chance of all things, there is a website called Retro Crush. I've never been on them before, but if you are looking for some classic anime, they have right now what seems to be free, because when I went on there, there was nothing about prices or anything, and you didn't even have to have a login account, it seemed. You could just go ahead and start watching. So if you want some classic anime, you can go watch Aim for the Ace, Lady Georgie, Saint Tail, the Japanese version and the English version, plus 15 episodes. Not sure what that part means. I watched the preview that they had for Aim for the Ace. It looks so good. It looks so good. I was like, I might just go ahead and try and make some time to watch this because I have really wanted to read the manga of this so badly. And I'm like, that may never be an opportunity for me, unfortunately, because I don't see this getting licensed in English. But since we legally have this anime right now where we can freely watch it for free, then I'm like, I need to get up on this and go check it out. If you want, again, some classic anime, go watch it, go support these because it seems like such a huge deal, and I'm very excited that we can freely watch this. Like, that is incredible. And not only that, if you're like, okay, that's really good news too, I want more classic things. Well, I know the past 2 weeks I've been talking in 2 different videos, like the manga news videos, saying Starfruit Books, that they announced first that they're talking to somebody about a shoujo license, and then the next week they're like, we've got the shoujo license. Well, this week they announced that shoujo license, and it is the Phantom Thief Baron Bat. This is a suspense comedy series set after World War I that centers around Baron Bat, a thief who steals to help the weak. It's going to be 1 volume, comes out next fall, 620 pages, and I believe it also has 3 one-shots by this creator included like somewhere at the back. I am so excited for this. I have not really read, nothing's coming to mind of like, this is a classic shoujo that I've read. I have not read any, and I really feel like this is going to be my first one. It does say it's $40 to buy this, and I don't think Starfruit Books, I don't believe that they actually sell their books on Amazon, so there may not be, or Barnes and Nobles. I think they only sell it directly through their website or with some smaller indie comic shops that are whatever state that they're located in. So I think it'll be full price, which does hurt a little bit, not gonna front about that, but I really love the art, the pages that they have shared. It looks amazing, and I've heard it's very funny, so I'm sold. I'm sold and I'm seated, and I'm very, very excited for this. I hope everything goes smoothly for Matt, who is the owner of Starfruit Books, and that we can get this next year with no complications. I'm looking forward to reading my first shoujo classic manga. Now, this bit of news is not manga related, but y'all, I had to share about it. Morgana and Oz has come back from hiatus. As of July 28th, we got our first episode since the hiatus began, and now it's back on a weekly episode format. I am overjoyed. I have loved this manga. Like, when we got the news that it got licensed, or that was up on Amazon like the physicals were, I went and checked it out. I was hooked. I binge read it in 2 days. I've loved it. I have faithfully kept up with it ever since. Yes, yes, I have volume 1 on pre-order. It comes out next month and I'm overjoyed. I have missed these two so incredibly much. And I'm like, this new episode that came out was a banger. And I'm just like, oh, which as of filming this video, I haven't read the like latest episode, but I just was like, please let everything be okay. I am so curious to see what's gonna happen next. It was absolutely wonderful. So if you've read Morgana and Oz and you're like, I didn't know they're back. They are back, friends. They are back. And if you have not read this manga, not manga, this webtoon, it's on Webtoons. I would highly recommend it if you like delinquent romance because Oz is so adorable. Tall girl and short guy. If you want Ghibli vibes on a fantasy setting and it's very clean and just really sweet, this is your manga. Webtoons, webcomic. It is absolutely wonderful. Cannot wait for the like second physical volume to come out because I'm gonna be getting it. I was about to say double dipped on the series, but I will be reading it twice basically because I love it so much. I can't recommend it enough. Oh, can't wait to have it in my hands. Now going back to the manga news. Now, sometimes I'm like, I don't know how people feel about me featuring this, but I really love featuring the Hana to Yume magazine covers. I think they're just so beautiful and it makes me really excited. Like I have a Hana to Yume issue 16. I'm going to be doing a flip through of it. Lots of squeals, lots of rambles because I wanted to showcase It Takes More Than a Pretty Face to Fall in Love. There was a mini art book that came with it and I really wanted to feature it because I really want this series physically licensed and I'm like, anything I can do to help like promote it. So please stay tuned for that. But issue 17, the upcoming issue, has Yona of the Dawn and look how beautiful Yona and Hawk are on this cover. Absolutely stunning. And I told myself, no, I don't need to get it, but do I want it? Yes. Yes, I do. They look just stunning, beautiful. I love the fish surrounding them. Gorgeous cover. I mean, Hana to Yume never fails. And of course, Yona and Hawk never fail. They always deliver. So I wanted to showcase this in case if you're interested in getting it in Japanese, maybe not new, but you know, you never know, Sugaruya, they may have it used and then you can get it then because this is like worth one of those where it's like it faces out on your bookshelf or wherever you're displaying it. It needs to be displayed. That's what I'm trying to say. It needs to be displayed because of how beautiful it is. And you guys know, anytime I see news about glasses with a chance of delinquent, it doesn't matter if it's in English or Japanese, I've got to talk about it. And y'all, the cover of volume 7, it has come out in Japanese or Japan, excuse me. At least they are showing, revealing what volume 7 cover is going to look like. I'm so excited. I can't talk. Anyway, look at this cover. It is beautiful. Very, very excited. I love them so much. I can't wait for this to come out next January in English. Definitely gonna be buying. You guys know I am. Probably will double dip on this series. I mean, I will. I'll probably triple dip and want to give away copies because I just adore this series so much. I need more people to read it. It is currently on K-Manga digitally if you're interested in trying it out sooner. But volume 7, the cover, so beautiful, really, really excited. And I was like, I have to feature today because I just love them so very much. Now, this is a series that's not licensed in English and we haven't even gotten any news if we're even going to get it in English, but that's part of why I wanted to feature it because I feel like this series is just a matter of time. And that is Choking on Love. I don't know what the Japanese official title is, but that is what I've heard the English equivalent is. And it is a series that's ongoing by the Living Room Matsugana-san creator. I think it has 3 volumes out and I remember seeing a while back it had like 1 million copies in circulation and I'm like, Kodansha, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like that is a big number for a small amount of volumes. So I'm not really sure much about this website except for I know you can go on there and you can go read manga, specifically Shoujo manga, but it's on the Palcy app and recently the creator announced that for the earlier half of 2024 that Choking on Love came in first place in the school setting category. And I'm like, okay, Kodansha, this is another reason that you need to license it. I don't know a lot about this series, but the people I know who have read it have really, really enjoyed it. I think that people say it's about an aspiring musician and a graphic designer. They're like polar opposites and they have a romance. That is the briefest blurb that I've usually heard. And so I really want this to get licensed in English. I'm like, Kodansha should be perfect for you. If you gave us Fall in Love, You Fall to Angels, surely you can give us Choking on Love with its 3 volumes as well. Beginning to sort of wrap things up here, if you fill out the 7 Seas survey, the new one for August is up. I will leave a link down below. Sorry, I think I've said like 3 times, but you know, definitely I know where those links are so people can go check out these news as well. But the reader survey is up. They ask questions about anime conventions and what people are looking for, if they want them to have more of an active online presence, and of course, like what books from the upcoming releases are you most excited for. And you can also enter to win a free paperback, and for any person who fills out the survey, you get a 30% off coupon discount for or Bookwalker for one of their backlog of manga of your choice. So that's always a win-win. And if you need a win-win for free stuff and you really like Nina the Starry Bride, they do have a mobile calendar that has Azor and Set that is free to download for anybody that's interested. And if you want something for your computer and have a calendar, Eyes Press released one of the Remarried Empress and her looking stunning as always. So that is a thing as well because I love downloading free things. And I recently saw that somebody had downloaded the Remarried Empress calendar and it looked gorgeous. I was like, I just have to decide if I want to change mine now. But that is all of the exciting anime and manga news I had for you, friends. I hope that you saw an anime that has you very curious and very intrigued. I realized I forgot to mention one, so I'll have to do that next week. But I loved all of the big news that came out of this past week and would love to hear from you, friends. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. Bye!